Welcome back to Afternoon Live. It's a STEAM program that encourages student innovation and teamwork across the globe. Here to share their robotics creation, we welcome Team RevAmped Robotics, represented by co-captains Monica and Joanna, designer Jaden, and coach Zun Queen. Thank you all for being here and bringing these very cool creations, which we'll get to in a moment. Tell me about how this group got started. Y'all come from various schools across kind of the Beaverton area?
Yeah, so I came from Westview. I'm currently a sophomore.
I'm a senior and I'm from Sunset High School.
I'm a senior too from Beaverton Academy of Science and Engineering.
So how did everybody come together to make this incredible team?
I think we all formed a collective because we're all united by our passion for creating robots, first and foremost, right? And from this program, we've developed a sense of family. We've really developed our technical skills from doing CAD, manufacturing, wiring, programming, all of these cool things, as well as our soft skills like public speaking and leadership and teamwork. And, you know, we really formed a connection to each other through this program.
Tell me about some of the challenges that you face each year. Is there a certain goal of the robot that you're building?
I think since each season has a different challenge, we always have to think about and continually reiterating on a robot using our design cycle. So we have to go through a lot of these prototypes to just like test different mechanisms to ensure which one is actually like the best one before we finally put it onto our robot. So just going through we use SWOT analysis, and we just go through this cycle so many times. And at the end, we do produce something that, although we do produce a final product, there's always something we can improve.
So tell me about some of the things that you're working on this season. What are the goals of the robots?
So this season, our goal is to grab a block into this top bucket right here.
Wow, okay.
So right now, a robot does do that, but we do have some improvements that we're planning to make it more efficient and just more consistent overall that we are trying to implement before our next tournament next month.
Yeah. And something that we really look for while designing is we try to focus on the meta design. And meta just stands for most efficient tactics available. And we do this by timing how long it takes us to pick up one block and get it into the bucket and seeing what our robot is capable of. And we do a lot of research on other teams. I mean, First Tech Challenge is a global competition, so there's lots of people to learn from. And there's a really good sense of friendly competition. We really learn a lot.
What is the cycle like in terms of the seasons that you go through, the competitions that you go to? How much time do you spend on a particular robot and a particular skill?
Yeah, so usually the season kicks off around September, and in that time from September to around April in the spring, that's when the world competition is. We have to make a robot. So when we start off the robot, we usually spend a lot of time prototyping and to make sure we have the most effective design. And then we continue iterating upon the robot to make sure the robot is at its peak performance.
Yeah, and every year there's a new season, so there's a new challenge and set of designing that comes with it. And even in our off season, so that's usually our summer months, we recruit new members, train, try to make new connections with our community and to the industry and really learn a lot.
Coach, you must be really proud of these kids. They're working so hard.
Yes, this is my goal, to provide our community with the high quality extracurriculum programs.
Yeah.
This is my 15th years of coaching.
Wow, that's amazing. One, you're learning so much about technology, but you can see the social skills that come into play too.
Yes.
It must be very impactful.
Yes. Besides building the robots, we actively reach out to the companies and communities. In average, every 10 days, we have events like this.
Oh,
we
wow.
go out to serve the community. Last night, we were at AMSI, which is a museum for the younger children. We were there to demo the robot.
That's so wonderful. But how cool for all of you, though, that you were able to be introduced to some of you at a very young age, this process, and that you can follow this path and really gain so much from the experience, right?
For me, it's really inspiring because when I was really young, I really like Legos. So naturally, I went into design and trying to create my own mechanisms, and that led me to FLO, which is their lower level, where they use Legos to build robots, and I used those skills to eventually join FTC, and this really inspired me to actually pursue my major, which is going to be mechanical design in college.
That is so cool. It all starts with Lego. You never know. Thank you all so much for being here. And don't move, because we have a lot more to get to, okay? When we come back, we are going to put these robots to the test. Stay right there. Afternoon Live will be right back after this. Welcome back to Afternoon Live. We are back with team RevAmped Robotics from Beaverton, and we are about to get a demonstration of their robotic creations. Team member Manya, introduce yourself and the rest of your team.
Hi, so my name is Manya. I am a sophomore at Jesuit High School, and I'm one of the programmers on our team. And RevAmped is so excited to be here. This is Thelon, one of our drivers, along with Tanner, who's also a build member. And this is Eric and Levin, more build members on our team. As we've met, Jaden, Coach, Monica, and Joanna, and this is Havish, another programmer.
Tell me what we're about to see happen.
Yeah, so we have two robots here, and we're gonna demonstrate both to you. This is our robot of last year, and this is this year.
Okay.
Because each year we get a unique challenge, and so we have different robots for each season.
Let's get this thing going, and you can kind of narrate what's about to happen as we see the action begin. Okay, let's see here.
Okay, so we're starting with an intake, and we're intaking these elements called pixels.
And then we deposit them onto this backdrop where we score.
That's amazing. Now, how long did it take you guys to kind of perfect this machine?
It took us an entire season, so typically that was about like 10 months or so of prototyping this robot, but we spent the entire year researching and studying different designs.
Yeah, and one really cool feature on our deposition system of what puts these pixels on the backboard is our tilt. So we can tilt in multiple different directions, and that helps us position our pixels on the backboard precisely.
This thing moves pretty quickly too, and with a lot of precision, it seems.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing.
And that's the full extension on our robot. And this allows us to be efficient in our cycles and have a maximum speed.
And I believe it's about 6 feet of extension.
Yeah.
Wow. It's almost as tall as me this way. Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, is this guy wrapped up and we can move on to the next one?
Yes.
Thank you for showing that to us. Okay, we're gonna park.
Yes.
Very nice. Very good. Parallel parking would be a good skill with this one. Let's talk about the robot that you're working on this season. Introduce us to this next project here.
Yeah, so this is a robot this season, and it's named Riptide. And as we mentioned, the challenge this year is different, and so it requires us to pick up these blocks and score them into these two baskets over here.
Okay, I'm excited. Go for it.
Let's
and
go.
you can kind of tell us as it's happening what
Yes.
we're seeing.
Okay, so we're starting again with an intake, intaking these blocks and scoring it into the top basket.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing.
Our drivetrain is mechanism wheels, and this provides us the ability to be able to strafe back and forth and go in any direction to allow maximum movement.
That is so cool. And you can see how the different mechanisms of how it's picking things up are so different from this machine to that machine.
Yeah.
So every season we go through a continuous process of designing and prototyping, and looking at each season's unique tasks, we figure out what the most optimal design is in order to score most efficiently.
And as we previously mentioned, we use a process called SWOT analysis, and this helps us come up with the best possible idea after weighing each idea and its pros and cons.
So this seems very incredible to me right now. Are there things that you're still tinkering with this machine that you're hoping to improve upon?
Yeah, so there's actually another aspect of this season, and it's to be able to hang this robot on a bar. And so we're still trying to come up with the most optimal design for that, and then we'll be adding that part onto our robot soon.
That seems really hard. How much progress have you made on that aspect of it so far?
Right now we've come up with all the designs. Right now we're testing our designs to try to come up with the best one before we put it on our robot.
This is incredible. Okay, to the whole group, show of hands, how many of you feel like something robotics related is in your future career path?
Think so?
Everyone, everyone. That's amazing. We are already making so much progress. I'm in awe. This is so cool. Thank you all for bringing this to share with us today. I know it took a lot to get all of you and all of these amazing creations here. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank
we
you
really
so
appreciate
much.
your time. Way to go. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.